Shaw and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. An Italian deli damaged by fire hopes to reopen around Thanksgiving. Glorioso's Italian market on Milwaukee's east side has been closed since earlier this month after a fire in the upstairs server room. No one was hurt in the fire. While the fire was contained to the second floor, the owners say smoke damage spread throughout the store. Crews are continuing to work on repairs and restoration, and the last step will be restocking the inventory before they open. Police are still searching for the homicide suspect wanted in the shooting death of Milwaukee's alderman's nephew. District 2 Alderman Mark Chambers Jr. says his 16-year-old nephew Marquise Champion died in a triple shooting last week. Suspect Martel Hare now faces 5 felonies including first-degree reckless homicide, reckless injury, recklessly endangering safety, and possession of a firearm as a felon. He's accused of killing Champion and injuring 2 other teens inside a home near 79th and Hampton last week Monday. If convicted, Hare could face over 141 years in prison. Community members gathered Monday night to voice their concerns about Milwaukee County's proposed budget for next year.
One major concern expressed in the budget hearing is cuts to the Milwaukee County transit system. Community member John Stowicki.
The amount of route reductions and service hours being contemplated for the Milwaukee County transit system is simply not acceptable. It would leave thousands of riders without affordable transportation options. These riders range from school-age children and young adults on their way to class to the elderly in our community on their way to doctor's appointments, religious services, or grocery shopping.
The budget cuts would eliminate 6 MCTS bus routes.
County Executive David Crowley has proposed a $1.4 billion budget for 2026. This has been your news update. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on the new 1017 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and the Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Always want to remind you to stream and watch us live on YouTube at 1017thetruth.com. Just click Watch Live. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a live show. Because we sure got folks in there. Hey, what's up, Quanda and Willie and Sincere, Ronnie, Ray, Rio, Reginald? What's going on? So, came across the story today. Oh, first of all, let me remind you, Truth Summit is coming up November 5th. Go to 1017truthsummit.com. We got limited seats, so make sure you get in. The sooner you get in, get your friends, get your folks in, all that. So make sure you do that. One of the things that disturbed me is I came across a story that talked about something that happened, and I got to be honest with you. This one is for the family. This is for the family of this person that I have questions for. Fox 6 Now has a story: child struck by vehicle in Cudahy, and they have the woman in custody. A 9-year-old pedestrian got hit by a car as a hit and run. Happened at 8 a.m. Officers responded for the hit and run accident. The striking vehicle, you ready? Fled the scene. The victim, a 9-year-old child, was walking to an elementary school at the time of the accident. Sustained multiple injuries, took the kid to Children's Hospital for treatment. The officers later located the suspect in the motor vehicle, and the woman was taken into custody for hit and run causing injury, which in the state of Wisconsin is called duty upon striking. When you have a duty upon striking someone because you are privileged to have a driver license, that you have to stop if you injure somebody and wait at the scene, call the police, all that stuff. Make sense? They said criminal charges would be referred on the driver to Milwaukee County DA's office. And so if you read the story, normally you would think, oh, okay, one of them knucklehead kids ripping and running through the city, rolling through a suburb, poop, hits the 9-year-old. Now, it's not funny because kids in the hospital, pretty traumatic. But when I started reading the story, it said, a 9-year-old child struck by a vehicle in Cudahy this morning, walking to school. Vehicle fled the scene. Officers later located the suspect, located the car, and a Milwaukee woman was taken into custody. What was the age of the Milwaukee woman? Anybody know? 89 years old.
Damn.
89 years old. So, brings a couple questions. Number one, how old can you be to keep your driver license? Like when you go, all they do is what? Test your eyes. You sign up. Oh, you've been driving for, I don't know, 60, 70 years. Boop, here you go. So if you got your driver license, your permit at 15 and a half and got your license at 16, that's like 73 years, 76 years of driving. Think about that. 73 years. At some point, I don't want to drive at 89 years old. At some point, I hope I have enough money where I can just take Uber, Lyft, or whatever new rideshare is out there. If I really got it going on, maybe I'll have a driver. Maybe I'll have children. No. So if I'm 89, then my kids are probably 69, and my grandkids are 49, and my great-grandkids are 29. See where I'm going? Where was the family? Somebody watching over this woman that she was in a car driving. Now, let me take a step into the past, kind of fill in blanks, and I don't have any information or data, something I don't always do. At 89 years old, do you even know that you hit somebody? That girl might have felt like a speed bump. Hey, I think I hit a cone, and kept going. So when you say she fled the scene, did she flee the scene, or did she not even know she hit the kid? Number two, was the kid in the crosswalk? Was the kid crossing in the middle of the street? Was the kid outside of the crosswalk and got hit? Like what? What exactly? Did the kid try to run across the street and got hit? She may not have known that she hit her. It was like, eh. But what's wrong with Cudahy Police Department arresting an 89-year-old woman driving a car? I mean, I get it. You should have ordered her into the DA's office. There is no reason why you arrested an 89-year-old woman. You ready? Unless she was black. And I always hear people say, oh, I hope that person wasn't black. Does it matter? A 9-year-old got hit. In this instance, race doesn't really matter. I just have issues with you arresting an 89-year-old who clearly probably shouldn't have been driving that car to begin with. On the street at 89, driving a car, something's wrong. Something is definitely wrong when the police arrest the 89-year-old for driving a car. Is there any compassion? Any humanity? Now, granted, did the 89-year-old cuss you out and smack you upside the head or can you see an 89-year-old woman resisting arrest? No. Not but some 20, 30, 40-year-old cop. But in the end, I got to tell Cudahy officers, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Whoever your boss was should have ordered this into the DA's office. I get it was a hit and run, duty upon striking, causing injury. I get that. But 89? Like, would you be, got to walk in? I would have been embarrassed to walk into booking. Yeah, I got this woman I need to book. I need a female search. Okay, who is it? 89-year-old. They probably looked at you like you was crazy. Cudahy police, you should be ashamed.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Teachers are the heart of our classrooms, but what does it take to keep the great ones in the classroom and to inspire the next generation? Join me, Kyle Wallace, and City Forward Collective's Coleston Morgan Jr. for the next episode of Forward Together for Kids. We'll talk about the joys and challenges of teaching and how education policy at the state level impacts what happens in our local classrooms. Tune in Saturday, October 4th at 11:30 a.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth with a replay on Sunday, October 5th at 2:30 p.m.
Your big night deserves more than just music. Prom, homecoming, graduation, weddings, corporate gatherings. Every occasion deserves a soundtrack that elevates the moment. I'm Kyrie, DJ Reed Maniac Brooks, community leader and your dedicated DJ. From the very first consultation to the last track, I'll make sure every detail aligns with your vision. For more information about how you can make your event unforgettable, visit www.djreemaniac.com. That's www.djreemaniac.com. Make your event an experience with DJ Reed Maniac.
Your home has been working hard for you. Now it's time to let it work a little harder. With a home equity line of credit from Brewery Credit Union, you can turn the equity you've built into smart solutions. Pay off high-interest debt, remodel your kitchen, or take care of life's unexpected expenses with flexible access to funds when you need them. Apply today and put your home's value to work for you. Visit brewerycu.com or stop by Brewery Credit Union. Equal housing lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
Truth Nation, you have to be there on Saturday, November 1st at Destiny Youth Plaza near North 76 and West Good Hope Road. Join Mayor Cavalier Johnson for the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit happening from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's the one-stop shop resource fair connecting families with job opportunities, child support assistance, health education, vaccination, and screenings, financial empowerment and credit repair support, legal assistance, all in one place. You can't beat that. Bring your teams to explore internships, job readiness, and mentoring opportunities that build their future. Register early. Don't wait. Everyone is welcome. Visit milwaukee.gov/fatherhood to sign up as a participant, a vendor, or volunteer. That is milwaukee.gov/fatherhood. For more information, call 414-286-0222. That is the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit on Saturday, November 1st from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Destiny Youth Plaza near North 76 and West Good Hope Road.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Jam the nightclub, jam the nightclub, jam the nightclub. Here we go now.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris of Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When it comes to your home, the smart play is trusting Gina Deller and her team at Pella. This month, you can score a whole house of new energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest up to 60 months. That's like a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable. Thanks to incredible defense played by Pella Windows, stopping the drafts. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com, PellaWI.com. 833-212-1017 is the number. What you got to say about that 89-year-old? In my opening, we talked about the 89-year-old from Milwaukee that got arrested. Reginald said, driving, Dr. Ken, the movie. And then Sincere said, cause she hit somebody, LOL, don't matter the age. Yeah, it does. It most certainly does. Does it matter? 833-212-1017. Does it matter? Does the age matter? That you actually take somebody and arrest them at 89 years old? I could see if it was something like homicide. I could see if it was something like you shot somebody. But we're talking about an 89-year-old who was driving, who probably don't even know that they hit the person. And I guess it depends on what they said. Unless they told the officer, yeah, I knew I hit her, but I kept going. I could see that. I could also see at 89 years old, you ordering that person into the DA's office. So that person's going to stay in jail. Like, I wonder how many medical issues that person has at 89 that now you got to deal with and the county now has to pay for. Medical clearance. Oh, I need my pills. Got to take them to freighter. All that. For what? For what? What they going to do, run? I don't get it. And so they probably towed the car, so it's not like they could drive away because the car's evidence now. I don't get it. But you remember that when somebody in your family that's like 15 years old, I'm going to tell you, hey, they committed a crime. Age don't matter. Age matters a great deal. Age matters a great deal. Sir Chance said on the talk and text line, 833-212-1017 is the number, by the way. I bet you that 89-year-old can still make some great stuff like oatmeal cookies and pound cake from scratch. Yeah, she'll be doing it in prison. Like, what you can do, lock her up for like a week? Like, at 89 years old, is there anything you can do to a person that's going to make them go, oh my gosh, my life is over? At 89? Every day past 80 is a blessing. Well, today, everything past 70. You know what? Regardless of your age, being alive is a blessing. And then for you to sit here and lock up an 89-year-old? Come on. Cudahy cops should be ashamed of themselves. That's just me. That's just me. I know you might disagree. 833-212-1017. If you do. If you do. If you do. Because I don't know. But I got to give kudos to the mayor and David Crowley, the county executive. There's a story on JS Online where Milwaukee leaders and organizations, city and county officials, to faith leaders, to the Milwaukee Bucks are partnering together for a food drive to support families affected by the government shutdown. So food share benefits, of course, are going to be cut off November 1st. That's Sunday. And so the Milwaukee Food Drive begins immediately and will last until food share benefits get restored. That's according to a news release from the city of Milwaukee and Milwaukee County. It's in collaboration with Feeding America, Eastern Wisconsin, and Nourish MKE. I think that would be good because I was going to say we need to figure out what to do, where to give, how to support, how to do things, right? And so I dare you to give. Yep, I said it. I dare you to give. We talk about it. We talk about it, but in the end, it's going to take us helping our neighbors and helping people in the city of Milwaukee and the Milwaukee area find food. And so don't wait till it closes, right? Don't wait till the money stops. We need to actually do it right now. And so we talk about it, but then the city is actually doing it. And I can get with them. There's a website. You can go to it. Now, if you just want to drop off food, if you want to just go buy something and drop off food, they got a list of locations. What I might do, watch this, cut and paste. What I'll do is put this in the talking text line, and then I'll give you a keyword that you can then text, and then you'll be able to get all the information. Is that cool? Okay. Hey, YouTube chat, what do you want the word to be? What should people text to 833-212-1017 in order to get the list of information on the locations on where to get food? What should we call it? I'm waiting on the text because, it's a little slight delay. But I'm waiting. What keyword should we use? I'm thinking text food, F-O-O-D, or food, M-K-E. I don't know. Truth food? I don't know. You tell me. No, come on. Come on. Kwanda said survive. Let's get a little happier. Can we get something a little happier? Something a little happier. I'm going to wait another 10, 15 seconds, and if nobody gives it, I'm going to use survive. Because I don't want Kwanda beating me up if I show up in Miami, and she'd be like, hey, be waiting for me at the airport. What did you do? I told you to use survive. Hands out, blessing. It's got to be food related. Right? Come on. This the word food. Is food okay? Is food? See, thank you, John. John said food. Okay. I should have did a poll. We got a poll coming up later today. But we want people in the city of Milwaukee. Well, it's not my survival pack, so we can't call it that. I'm going to do food, F-O-O-D. F-O-O-D. Safe. So if you want to know where to, well, let me do this while I'm sitting here. Okay, let me do this, because I like to check stuff myself, because sometimes I be putting stuff in here and it don't work. So I'm gonna text it to myself. All right, 833-212-1017. Text FOOD and text the keyword food, and let me see if it come back. Because I like to make sure. I want to make sure. So, yep, there it is. So if you want to know all the locations for drop-offs to give food for the city and the county, Food Share with their partner, Feeding America, then all you got to do is text food to 833-212-1017. Got it? Is that cool? All right. Somebody said food first. Too late. Call it home harvest. Too many words. Too many words. Come on. Food fight. Doing all this. Hey, what's up, girl? How you doing, girl? Look. Somebody with a is that Jordan Love? Yeah, that's Jordan Love. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so just text food. Somebody walked up to the window here in 3rd Street Market. So, we're in the American Family Insurance Studio. So text food, and you'll get all the locations that you can send the food. I think that's a great idea. I was thinking, what kind of way could the truth help out or do? What could we do? Not hashtag food, just food. Marcus, what could we do in order to help people in Milwaukee? The other thing I want you to do is, and let me see if I can find the website. Go find where the news story is. You ready? And then give. And then give. Like, click the site. And if you can't give food, if you want more information on where to donate, city.milwaukee.gov. It's with health services, and just Google City of Milwaukee Food and Funds Donation Drive. It should pop up and you can donate. Should I donate, DJ Brother Z? Should I donate? All right, let me do this. I'm gonna do it live while I'm sitting here, because everybody will talk about it. So how much should I give them? $50? I ain't got $50. I will say I got kids to feed, but they grown. So Nope, I'm going to do this. Dedicate this to 101.7 The Truth. There we go. And then I'm going to donate. I got to put my name and all this stuff in it. We're doing it live on the radio, so that way, you know, I can talk trash if I want to, but then if I actually do it, and that way I won't get in trouble. I ain't giving y'all my phone number. I don't want y'all texting me to death. No, I'm not doing that either. Yep. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? We getting all of the. Should I say that? Zach said, "Give the station number." I'm like, come on, we'll be getting all kind of crazy stuff, and you know they'll sell it. No, I'm just kidding. And so people always say, "Dr. Ken, you always say you do stuff." Well, I'm doing it now. There we go. All right. Wow. That's the first time, because I'm on the radio, I forgot my credit card number. I'm one of those weird people where I actually remember credit card numbers and phone numbers from, like, I remember my phone number when I was like 8 years old. I do. I'm one of those weirdos. I'm a weirdo. I remember numbers like that. So.
Hold on, let me get the camera to zoom in on your card.
I don't think so. Don't be zooming that camera in on my card. Look, let me have my card. Put it up here. Man, DJ Brother Z trying to steal my digits. I tell you. All right. And I'm going to even cover the transaction costs. Should I? City can pay for something. Donate. Let's see what happens. It's going around and around and around. Let me hide my card because, you know, DJ Brother Z be trying to, you know, dude, you just put it on YouTube. Oh, my gosh. And so there. And so now we're done. So here's the kicker. If I can do it, you can do it too. And so I want to say thank you to the mayor. Thank you to County Executive David Crowley, Mayor Cavalier Johnson for putting that out. You can take it to City Hall, Milwaukee County Courthouse, the Zeidler Municipal Building, Marcia Cogs, Health and Human Services, 1230 West Cherry, Hillview, 1615 South 22nd, Fiserv Forum, any Milwaukee public school, all Milwaukee police districts, all City Milwaukee Public Library branches, and Mason Temple Church, 6058 North 35th Street. So there's nowhere that you can say you can't give or you can't get to, that if you really have to, you can go to the city website and click donate and give. So there you go. I think they call that putting your money where your mouth is. And now with 101.7 The Truth Traffic, here's Debbie Lazaga.
Southbound on 41, we've got backups pretty much from the county line all the way down past Hampton. So careful with that. The northbound side is backing up from before Mayfair Road all the way up past Capitol Drive, almost to Hampton. Southbound 43, a little bit heavy from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette to the KK River. Northbound's a bit heavy from Kilbourne up to North. Westbound 94, a heavy ride from about 20th Street all the way to about Hawley Road. On the eastbound side, we do have heavy ride from Highway 16 all the way to Springdale. Back on the brakes from about 84th Street all the way through the Stadium interchange. Starts to let up right about at 27th. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Partly cloudy skies, breezy, a low of 46. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and breezy, a slight chance for rain to the west, a high of 53. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Bucks basketball is back. A brand new season of big games, electric matchups, and unforgettable moments starts now. There's nothing like Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The energy, the thrills, the slam dunks, and buzzer-beating three-pointers. Don't miss your chance to be part of all the on-the-court, cheering crowd, fear the deer excitement. Get your tickets today at bucks.com/tickets. That's bucks.com/tickets.
The American Cancer Society is launching Voices of Black Women, the largest ever study focused on Black women's health. This groundbreaking initiative is aimed at understanding health conditions like cancer so we can learn how to improve overall health among Black women. If you're a Black woman between 25 and 55 with no history of cancer, you can join by completing an online survey and short follow-ups twice a year. Your voice matters, because together we can uncover the root causes of cancer disparities and build a healthier future for generations to come. Learn more and enroll today at voices.cancer.org.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 101.7 The Truth.
I want you to really stress the importance of having an ethnically diverse blood supply. But I guess, what do you say to people that, for whatever reason, are apprehensive about giving blood?
It's not by accident that we are building this fixed donation site right in the heart of this Halyard Park, Harambe neighborhood. And to your point, our Black and brown donors probably represents the smallest demographic in our donor base. That's attributed to multiple reasons. For those of us that understand the history, there is a lot of underlying mistrust of the healthcare system. And quite frankly, there's already challenges with how busy people are, how accessible they are to even know where to go to donate blood. And let's face it, a lot of folks are scared of needles, right? But when they get through all of that, the importance, I think, is a heavier burden on our Black and brown communities, because there are a lot of different blood diseases that require what I'll call more of a match in blood that only comes from people of similar ethnicities. Something that's specific to our Black donors and patients is something that I think your listeners are very familiar with: sickle cell disease. The only therapy that get them through their day-to-day life is blood transfusions. And it's not just what I'll call average or normal blood type or blood transfusion. It's actually a specific blood with a specific type called RO blood. And this RO blood typically only comes from people of African descent and Hispanic descent. And so that's why it's so important that our donor base is diverse, so that it helps our ethnically diverse patient population.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
This Associated Bank Sports Center update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Milwaukee Bucks are back in front of their home crowd tonight as they take on the New York Knicks, led by Eastern Conference Player of the Week Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's averaging 36 points, 16 rebounds, and 7 assists through the first week of the season. Tip-off tonight is at 7 p.m. on Peacock. And Game 3 of the World Series was one for the record books, an 18-inning classic that saw the Dodgers pull out a 6-5 win and take a 2-1 advantage against the Toronto Blue Jays, thanks in part to Freddie Freeman's homer to end it.
Swing and a high fly ball, center field, near the wall, at the track, gone! Freddie Freeman! A home run to center field. Freeman walks it off in the 18th.
Game 4 of the World Series is tonight in LA. First pitch is at 7 p.m. This True Sports Update was brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Was Christ for life. He put me on with his life and says we banging. I got to get my stripes. Lay in the cut with my Bible in front of my gut. And when I jump up, then all the fallen angels stuck. I'm back and run, and as the prisoners, I'm taking none. I'm arrested at rhythm, you ain't staring down the shaking gun. I'm seeing demons that was fleeing from survival tripping. I rise them up in the name of Jesus, then I Bible whip them. So if you wicked, make
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Make sure you hang out at 6 o'clock. Coach Erica's going to be coming up for an hour from 6 to 7. It's going to be a great show tonight, so make sure you're here. on the journey with Coach Erica. So, also want to remind you that the time is almost here. We've been entering Truth fans into the Gruber Office's 5K giveaway for the last 3 months. And this Friday, we will be picking our One Call That's All $5,000 giveaway winner. Might be you, but you got to tune in to Truth in the Morning between 7 and 9 this Friday so you don't miss your call. Because if you do, they're just going to go to the next caller until they find the $5,000 winner. Somebody answer your phone. Answer it. Again, that's the big, humongous, the stupendous, the magnanimous Gruber 5K giveaway this Friday. Truth in the Morning from 7 to 9 on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk. So make sure you're, listening that morning. Yeah, and I can tell you exactly when they're going to give it away. Sometime between 7 and 9. Okay. I tell you, 833-212-1017 is the number. Like we had enough to talk about driving. Like we had enough to get, people driving like that and they're just losing their mind and all that other stuff. Well, a Milwaukee man got arrested for OWI in Waukesha County on I-41 with his kids in the car. 24-year-old man was arrested for operating a vehicle under the influence with 4 children in the vehicle under the age of 16. Rayed Almadi of Milwaukee was stopped for going 107 miles an hour in a 70-mile-an-hour zone. He was almost 40 miles over the limit. It was near I-41 near County Line Road in Waukesha County about 4:29 p.m. in the afternoon, speeding that fast. Inside were 5 passengers, 4 minors and 1 adult, in addition to El Mahdi. They detected signs of impairment. State Patrol pulled him over, related to drug use, administered field sobriety, and then arrested him and took him to the hospital. What happened to the kids? Well, he's charged with operating while intoxicated with passengers under 16 years of age, possession of THC, reckless driving, endangering safety, operating while suspended, operating without insurance, and child safety restraint violation. Can you imagine had he hit something with kids in the car that are not properly restrained? The adult passenger in the vehicle was also arrested and charged with obstructing an officer. Also had 3 separate warrants on top of that. It's his first offense for operating under the influence. Do you honestly think that's his biggest problem? I don't think so. I think he might have a few other problems that might be, as they say, rearing their ugly head. 833-212-1017. When you have children in the car, should they charge you with endangering the kids? Yes or no? I mean, I think so. But, today we keep coming up with reasons why people shouldn't go to jail, or when they commit crimes, there's always some mitigating circumstance why they shouldn't get arrested and all that. And it seems to only happen in the black community. White people tend to distance themselves from people that do things wrong. Be like, who did that? Dr. Ken. Okay. And they just stop talking to you. He's over there. We're over here. Black people be like, oh, my God, can you give him a break? Give him a break. The humanity. We have a high incarceration rate, as if that matters to the individual who committed a crime. Like, I don't really know how that connects. But we have this logic thing where we always attach us getting in trouble to we need to not do anything about it because y'all jacked us back in the day. I get it. I agree. But does that mean we don't make people responsible for what they do? We're talking about 107. There is absolutely no way had he hit something. There is absolutely no way. And get this. He was doing 107 when the trooper clocked him. Might have been doing more, might have been doing less. But when the trooper clocked him and got him on the gun and hit him with the radar, he was at 107. 107 miles an hour.
Are you out of your damn mind?
Yes. He most definitely is.
Okay, so that's how it's going to be. Y'all want to play.
And so when people decide they want to be on his side, I want you to think about the kids that were in the car who didn't have child restraints. Right? Let me put my traffic accident hat on, and I'm sure the technology has upgraded significantly since I retired in 2017. Well, technically 2023. So think about this. Depending on your height, if you hit an adult head on, what happens to that adult? Do you know what happens to an adult when you hit them with a car head on? Where do they go? Usually, they go up in the air. Why is that? Because they're taller and the car is lower. See on YouTube like this? The car hits you and you flip, right? But when you're a kid and you're this small, when the car hits you, where do you go? Underneath the car. That's one. You're outside the car. If you're in the car, have you ever stopped suddenly? You ever been running or walking and walked into a wall or walked into a window or walked into a door and it stopped you abruptly and it was like somebody just shook you really hard? Okay, now take that when you were traveling at what? 3-4 miles an hour? Take that to 107 miles an hour and then you stop suddenly. What do you think is going to happen? So if you don't want to hear what happens, I'm going to tell you what happens. I'm going to count to 5, okay? And then I'm going to say what happens to you when you're going 107 miles an hour and you stop suddenly. Okay, so if you don't want somebody to hear it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You know what happens to a person? You liquefy. You hit so hard, your body literally comes apart. And the most they'll probably find is a puddle underneath the dashboard. So if that's what you want children to run into, that's what you do. But what say you? What should happen to this guy? 833-212-1017 is the number. What should happen to a guy who's driving at 107 miles an hour? I don't know. B-Breeze said, Dr. Ken, did you see the new speed mitigation device Chris Larson is promoting with Dora Drake? It looks very promising. No, I haven't. But I think they've been trying to get on the show, so we'll have to have them come in and talk about it. But for me, I got to say, lock them up and lose the key.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Milwaukee, the time is almost here. We've been entering Truth fans into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway for the past 3 months. And on Friday, October 31st, we finally pick our next Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All $5,000 giveaway winner.
Be sure to tune in to The Truth in the Morning on Halloween so you don't miss your call, because if you do, we will go down to the next caller until we find our $5,000 winner.
There's nothing spooky about the 5K giveaway. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
Truth Nation, you have to be there on Saturday, November 1st at Destiny Youth Plaza near North 76 and West Good Hope Road. Join Mayor Cavalier Johnson for the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit happening from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's the one-stop shop resource fair connecting families with job opportunities, child support assistance, health education, vaccination, and screenings, financial empowerment and credit repair support, legal assistance, all in one place. You can't beat that. Bring your teams to explore internships, job readiness, and mentoring opportunities that build their future. Register early. Don't wait. Everyone is welcome. Visit milwaukee.gov/fatherhood to sign up as a participant, a vendor, or volunteer. That is milwaukee.gov/fatherhood. For more information, call 414-286-0222. That is the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit on Saturday, November 1st from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Destiny Youth Plaza near North 76 and West Good Hope Road.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When it comes to your home, the smart play is trusting Gina Della and her team at Pella. This month, you can score a whole house of new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's like a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable thanks to incredible defense play by Pella Windows, stopping the drafts. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
At Milwaukee College Prep, we believe brilliance lives in every child. Here, students are challenged, supported, and celebrated every single day. With small class sizes, dedicated teachers, and a proven track record of academic excellence, MCP is helping Milwaukee kids reach their fullest potential. Enrollment is still open for grades K-3 through 8. Spaces are limited. Apply today. Give your child a school where they'll thrive. Visit mkeprep.com or call today. Milwaukee College Prep, brilliance lives here.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 47 minutes after the hour. What's the weather looking like? What is the weather looking like? Well, why don't I just click the button and find out. Currently, it's 51 degrees. Nope, that's late. I got the wrong one. Hang on.
Damn.
Hang on. We'll see. All right, let's see. And then I'm at the mercy of a 54 degrees. It's 48 minutes after the hour, 54 degrees, partly cloudy, with a low tonight of 45, small craft advisory. Winds are from the east at 12 miles an hour. So we shall see. It's speaking of winds, you know, Hurricane Melissa hit Jamaica, and it's like kicking some serious behind down there. So hopefully if you got family members down there, make sure you try to keep in touch and keep them in your prayers and all that stuff. 833-212-1017 is the number. My poll question for the day, is Milwaukee evolving for the better? It's in the YouTube chat. Is Milwaukee evolving for the better? Yes, no, a little, or we have to wait and see. So make sure you pick one, or not, but pick one. Go to the YouTube chat, go to 1017 The Truth, watch live, and you'll be right there on YouTube. You can log in, and you'll be able to go to the chat. And so what I want to know is Milwaukee evolving for the better? Right now, 0% say yes. You hear me? 0. 67% say no. 17% say a little. And then we have to wait and see is 17%. Think about that. And I want everybody to vote because I want to know what it is that you think about Milwaukee. I mean, at some point, we're either going to get better or we're not. But I know it's not that simple. So going back to our 107-mile-an-hour friend, Beaver's said installed in, because we were talking about Dora, and I think Dora and Chris Larson were talking about promoting a mitigation device for speed. It's installed in convicted, repeated, reckless driver cars. It limits them to posted speeds only, somewhat like they install on habitual drunk drivers. Yeah, but habitual drunk drivers, does it limit their speed, or does it just they got to blow into the thing in order to be, sober and then drive? So I'm just saying. Because at some point, it just becomes dangerous. And here's the kicker. You normally don't kill yourself. You remember the girl that was on Fond du Lac, like at 60th, a year or two ago, that was driving drunk, speeding, lights off, end up hitting the family, killing them? That's the kind of stuff that happens in Milwaukee. People that were minding their own business, doing their own thing, and all of a sudden get hit, and then all of a sudden we're seeing people hurt. And they themselves are so drunk and so limber that they don't get hurt. They get like minor bruises. We've got to, in Milwaukee, start doing something about this. Is Milwaukee, what's the evolution? What's the future going to look like? Take the poll in the YouTube chat and let us know where we're going. Where do you think we're going? Marvin said on the talk and text line, I agree, Dr. Ken, many people don't want personal responsibility to be applied. Punishment is in order. Yeah. Now, the difference between the 107 mile an hour and the 89-year-old duty upon striking hit and run is that she's 89 years old. Thank you, Millicent. She corrected me. She was driving the family and killed them. And so she killed everybody in her family except herself. Which I think some things you can't punish people for. Like, I don't know. I remember, I'm going to tell this story. I remember we had a young lady years ago when I was on the job. Probably the mid-20s, I don't remember, mid-2000s, I don't know. And she went to sleep. She was intoxicated, had a newborn, rolled over on her newborn, and crushed it and killed it. So you got this newborn baby, couple months old, that's now dead. The detective that showed up and the detective lieutenant that showed up said, we're going to order her into the DA's office. And at first, I was like, what? She killed her kid. That's terrible. And then I realized at some point, you have to administer some type of compassion because you're talking about a mother whose baby just died. And you could have locked her up for the rest of her life, but it would never change for her. She would have put herself in her own prison, in her own mind. So locking her up probably would not have done anything bad for her. It might have put her on suicide watch. But other than that, how do you punish somebody who did something so grievous that they have to live with it for the rest of their lives? And so those are the types of things we have to start looking at. That's why when I look at the 89-year-old woman, I'm not hard-pressed to lock her up. So unless she did it on purpose, I'm really not hard-pressed to.
But she kept going.
Well, but she might not have known she hit the kid. So we'll have to wait till the complaint comes out and what they told the officers and what, they got video or something around there, So who knows? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see till the facts come out. But that's one of those things where do we isolate to one thing the person did or do we take a totality of everything that happened? I think we need to take a totality of everything that happened and not just key in on one thing. But the officer shot the guy and he didn't have a gun. Yeah, because he shot at the officer, and as he was dropping the gun, then the officer shot him within a half a second. So it's debatable. We got to know everything that happened. We got to know what she did. Watch this. We even got to know where she went. Did she drive back home to Milwaukee? What was she doing? And so in accidents, the state of Wisconsin does, and I don't know if they still do it, they do what's called a 20-pointer. There's a 20-point accident questionnaire you have to fill out that you used to have to fill out. I don't know if they still do it. Where you have to figure out where the person was coming from, where were they going, when was the last time they slept, when was the last time they ate, when was the last time they got something to drink, what were they doing, all that in the prior 24 hours before the crash. And is there anything in your prior 24 hours of the crash, did something happen in there that would mitigate why the crash happened? Or become evidence that caused the crash to happen. So you got to take a step back from everything. Clearly the officer saw something where he needed to arrest the woman, but 89 years old? Now here's the kicker. Did the cop drive to Milwaukee to find her? Because if the fact that the suburban cop had to go to Milwaukee to find her, she was probably going to get arrested no matter what. She could have been 20. Because, sometimes that's how they treat us. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Am I biased? Yes. Am I prejudiced? Yes. Am I discriminatory? Yes. Racist? I say no. But I'm like every other human in the world. I'm human. 833-212-1017 is the number. When we come back, I'll hit the talk and text line, YouTube chat, and you, because we got Top 5 at 5 up next.
This is 1017 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and I am Milwaukee. I take great pride in being a 414 boy and representing the city that I love. The great memories I have of going to Northtown Cinema to see movies with family and friends, to going to Capitol Court to see the Black Santa Claus, this city has helped shape me into the man that I am today, and I pledge to utilize my voice as a way to advocate for you in our community. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Are you ready to level up your mindset, your money, and your future? Join Coach Erica Odom, real estate investor, success coach, and published author for On the Journey with Coach Erica. This month's episode features inspiring Milwaukee guests, William Lyons Edwards of Knowledge Born Publishing and 84 Lawn Care, and Ed Headings, founder of Ed Headings Work Boots and Go Time Trucking. Plus, hear from Norris School District voices Lanaya, Trinisha, Stacy, and Lori. Tune in Monday, October 28th at 6 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Your path to purpose starts here.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad. And I feel very proud to be his son.
That was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
We are the home of Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. An Italian deli damaged by fire hopes to reopen around Thanksgiving. Glorioso's Italian market on Milwaukee's east side has been closed since earlier this month after a fire in the upstairs server room. No one was hurt in the fire. While the fire was contained to the second floor, the owners say smoke damage spread throughout the store. Crews are continuing to work on repairs and restoration, and the last step will be restocking the inventory before they open. Police are still searching for the homicide suspect wanted in the shooting death of Milwaukee's alderman's nephew. District 2 Alderman Mark Chambers Jr. says his 16-year-old nephew Marquise Champion died in a triple shooting last week. Suspect Martell Hare now faces 5 felonies including first-degree reckless homicide, reckless injury, recklessly endangering safety, and possession of a firearm as a felon. He's accused of killing Champion and injuring 2 other teens inside a home near 79th and Hampton last week Monday. If convicted, Hare could face over 141 years in prison. Community members gathered Monday night to voice their concerns about Milwaukee County's proposed budget for next year.
One major concern expressed in the budget hearing is cuts to the Milwaukee County transit system. Community member John Stowicki.
The amount of route reductions and service hours being contemplated for the Milwaukee County transit system is simply not acceptable. It would leave thousands of riders without affordable transportation options. These riders range from school-age children and young adults on their way to class to the elderly in our community on their way to doctor's appointments, religious services, or grocery shopping.
The budget cuts would eliminate 6 MCTS bus routes.
County Executive David Crowley has proposed a $1.4 billion budget for 2026. This has been your news update. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 4 minutes after the hour and the current weather. Still 54 degrees, and the low tonight is 45. It's going to be a little chilly. I'm not going to lie. It's a little chilly now. But, you know, got to hang in there and do something. All right. Let's get going.
Number 5.
From the BBC News, and I'm literally watching BBC News as Hurricane Melissa hits Jamaica with violent winds as authorities warn of catastrophic flooding. It has already made landfall in southwestern Jamaica, the strongest storm to ever hit the Caribbean nation in modern history. The storm has weakened to a Category 4. It was a Category 5. It's weakened to a Category 4, where now the wind is only 145 miles an hour. It was at 185. They expect up to 30 inches of rain in some parts of Jamaica, while areas already experiencing flash flooding. The storm is expected to remain severe as it crosses Jamaica and makes its way toward Cuba. Jamaican man told BBC News the winds are so strong, you're literally unable to stand up, while a woman said water is coming through my roof. I am not okay. If you got friends in Jamaica, they're asking for you to hit them up on email or WhatsApp on BBC so they can get some information and some updates. I can't imagine. I mean, we had rain here, and it wasn't that bad. And it was pretty bad here. It was pretty bad flooding here. It most definitely was. But we're talking 145-mile-an-hour wind. It just slowed down from 185. It was 185 earlier when it hit the coastline. Now it's only down to 145. Am I going to notice the difference? Probably not. But it is definitely something we need to be praying for our brothers and sisters in the diaspora down in Jamaica. So it's unfortunate. It's going to keep going. It's going to keep, beating them up until the storm goes away. I don't know.
Number 4.
This from WISN 12. So prosecutors yesterday charged a Grafton man with trying to kill his wife. Guy Jerome Pater, 53, is charged with attempted first-degree intentional homicide and first-degree recklessly endangering safety. Grafton police were called to the home on Lakeshore Road in the town of Grafton last Friday, just before 4 o'clock, for a domestic violence call. According to the criminal complaint, officers entered the home. They heard a woman screaming in a back bedroom. An officer kicked the door open and told occupants to exit and show their hands. And at that point, officers heard the sound of multiple gunshots. Police said the suspect came out of the bedroom and surrendered, but the woman remained in the bedroom. She'd been shot multiple times, including in the abdomen, leg, and groin. She was, Flight for Life flew her to Freighter. She was first taken to Aurora Medical Center, then they flew her Flight for Life to Freighter Hospital in Wauwatosa. The victim told police she met with a lawyer that day about her what? Divorce. When she got home, she told police Prater kept asking her what she wanted in the divorce, and she said she didn't want to talk to him in front of their child. He sent the child to the other room and then attacked her, and that's when she called 911. Got to kind of come up with a better way to say I want a divorce than doing it in real time. You might want to call the police first and have the police, kind of already there.
Number 3.
We talked about this story in my open. A 9-year-old was struck by a vehicle in Cudahy this morning while walking to school. The striking vehicle then fled the scene, and Cudahy officers later located the suspect and the motor vehicle. Milwaukee woman was taken into custody. She was 89 years old. Criminal charges will be referred on the driver at the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office in the near future. Can she stay alive long enough to? Okay, I shouldn't say that. I don't get it. And every day, I'm going to probably have one in here somewhere during the day. We're going to get a construction update.
Number 2.
From JS Online, here's what we now know. It's a $1.7 billion expansion, Interstate 94 in Milwaukee, and it's going to last around 8 years. It'll widen the 3.5-mile stretch of the freeway from 3 to 4 lanes in each direction. and reconstruct aging infrastructure. Key changes include redesigning the stadium interchange. Oh, I can't imagine how that's going to be, because that's how I get to the south side. So can you imagine what the 27th Street and 35th Street viaduct going to look like? Or can you imagine what 60th Street or Hawley Road's going to look like trying to get south or north? They're going to do the whole, they're going to change it to a diverging diamond and rebuild the Hawley Road interchange. And while officials say the project will improve safety and reduce congestion, they're going to cause congestion for 8 years. Critics have filed a lawsuit citing environmental and equity concerns. They've been talking about doing this expansion. You ready? Here's how long. If you go to the city's development website, it actually was talking about expanding I-94 back in the 1990s when I was looking for a house. Then again, when I looked for a house and moved into Sherman Park, I looked along Blue Mound, and I refused to move down there because the DCD had on their website that one of their plans for the future was the state wanted to do what? Expand the roadway. So what they were supposed to do is expand the roadway outward. Like the first lane when you get on, they were going to expand that. And then people complained, and lawsuits and all that other stuff was happening back in the day. And now they're going to expand the middle. So they're going to tear down all that space in the middle. So what kind of median are they going to build? I don't know. It's going to be interesting. They started prepping it yesterday. Construction starts November 3rd. That's next Tuesday. Or is that next Monday? Anyway, does it matter? It's for 8 years. It's a $550 million project that just happened along I-43 on a 14-mile stretch. They added a lane. Now we get it going westbound. Makes absolutely no sense. But I guess if you're going to do it now, because, yeah. I guess you got to, like, as they say, suck it up, Buttercup. By the way, I've been keeping score. Governor Evers won. Wisconsin GOP, 0.
Number 1.
This from CBS 58. Democratic Governor Tony Evers' sweeping plan to overhaul Wisconsin's aging prison system, which includes closing a prison built in the 1800s, moved forward today with bipartisan support despite complaints from Republican lawmakers that their concerns weren't being addressed. Well, too bad. You don't address Democrats' concerns, and now they're not addressing yours. A bipartisan subcommittee of the State Building Commission approved spending $15 million to proceed with planning for the Evers proposal. The full Building Commission, which Evers chairs, was expected to greenlight the spending later today. Evers in February presented his plan as the best and only option to address something that's very important, the state's aging facilities. Problems at the lockups have included inmate deaths, assaults against staff, lockdowns, lawsuits, federal investigations, criminal charges against staff, resignations, and rising maintenance costs. Republicans have opposed parts of the plan that would reduce the overall capacity of the state prison by 700 beds and increase the number of offenders who could be released on supervision. The GOP-led legislature called for closing the troubled prison in Green Bay by 2029, but Evers vetoed that provision earlier this year, saying it couldn't be done without getting behind his entire plan. And I agree. The Building Commission's approval on today for spending the $15 million in planning money will start the process. Republican members of the Building Commission complained that Evers was plowing ahead without considering other ideas or concerns from GOP lawmakers. Well, that's what they do too. Republican State Senator Andre Jacques objected to reducing the number of beds in the prison system that he said is currently dangerously unsafe. Does that even make any sense? Anyway, he said, we all fought for corrections reform and would be happy to sit down with the governor and work on a very good plan for corrections reform. Republican Mary Felskowski said, we could work together to get this done, but the governor said no. And I don't blame him. Y'all been jerking him around, and now he's got a chance to do it. Now he's got a chance to make his mark in Wisconsin, and that's what he's going to do. After the unanimous vote to move ahead, Zech said Republicans did not want to stand in the way of moving forward, but hoped Evers would have more discussions about their concerns. Department of Corrections Secretary Jared Hoy told Zech that approval of the planning money was needed to keep the momentum going for closing the Green Bay prison, which Republicans support. The entire plan, once fully enacted, is going to take about 6 years to complete and cost around $1 billion. Evers is not taking a third term, so it'd be up to the next governor to continue with his plan or go in a different direction. I hope he does. I hope this moves and it starts to work on those other prisons like Walpon. That's literally the oldest one in the state, built in 1851. Makes no sense. It just makes no sense. It's time to upgrade. We've got other options for people to learn how to live their lives and give them training and support on getting over whatever caused them to be incarcerated in the first place. So it's just a natural progression. And if we have issues, hey, you can always build a jail.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments, Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At We Energies, we're committed to building a bright, sustainable energy future. We're investing in clean energy projects like solar, wind, and battery storage. As a leader in the decarbonization effort, our goal is to achieve net zero carbon emissions from our generation fleet by 2050. It's part of our plan to provide the affordable, reliable, and clean energy you depend on. Learn more at WeEnergies.com. We Energies, people you can trust, energy you can depend on. This message was paid for by the stockholders of WEC Energy Group.
Contract-ready businesses, opportunity seekers, partnership builders, deal closers. Marketplace Wisconsin, the Governor's Conference on Diverse Business Development, is focused on you. This event puts small businesses like yours in the room with buyers, partners, and mentors who can help open doors to bigger opportunities. Join us online December 9th, in person December 10th and 11th at the Baird Center in downtown Milwaukee. Whether you're in construction, looking for contracts, or a service provider ready to grow, Marketplace Wisconsin is for you. Meet one-on-one with government reps, corporate buyers, and resource providers. Small businesses like yours keep Wisconsin moving forward. Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation is here to propel your growth. So join them for Marketplace Wisconsin, the Governor's Conference on Diverse Business Development, December 10th and 11th. Register at marketplacewisconsin.com. That's marketplacewisconsin.com. Presented by WEDC. Let's look forward together.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Got to give you an update on the poll. The poll question is Milwaukee evolving for the better? You got to be in the YouTube chat and Want to remind you, you can watch and stream us on YouTube at 1017thetruth.com. Click Watch Live, log into your email, and you can get in. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a minute of a live show. Is Milwaukee evolving for the better? Only 7% said yes. 57% said no. 7% said a little. And then 29% said we'll have to wait and see. And so essentially, the majority said no. At 57%. So, yeah. I get it. But it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. Going back to the 89-year-old, she will be given a competency test at 89. Also, her reflexes are diminished. One can assume at 89, yes, the defense attorney may have a defense, but 89? Well, we don't know the circumstances, so we're just going to have to wait and see if they charge her. I think it'd be hard-pressed for a prosecutor to charge her. I mean, that'd be pretty tough to charge her at 89 years old. And if she gets convicted, well, you know what? There's a way to do that. I'm just checking the statute. All right, duty upon striking person or attendant or vehicle. You got to stop and give your name, your address, registration number, all that other stuff. And I'm trying to see what can happen to you if you don't. So I'm not finding what if she, once she hit somebody, what it would end up being, but let me do some more. All right. I love doing research in real time, live on 1017 Truth. Say what?
The statute one that I found says something about Wisconsin statute 346.70.
7. Oh, you're talking about 70? Okay. 70 says, yeah, that's duty to report the accident. Yep. But if you go up to 946.67, duty upon striking person or attendant or occupied vehicle, it literally tells you have to stop, give your name, your address, registration number, all that, and you got to stay there and do all that. And if you don't, I believe that penalties for failing to stop after striking a person or vehicle in Wisconsin vary based on the outcome. So we're waiting to see what the injury of the young lady is, with the most severe penalties applying to if there's an injury or death. Property damage, you can get a fine between $300,000 and up to 6 months in jail or both. But if there's an injury but no great bodily harm, right? There's a difference between great bodily harm, right? It's a felony with a possible fine up to $10,000 and 9 months in jail or both. And if you kill them, it's a Class E felony. Oh, I'm sorry. If you strike a person with great bodily harm, it's a Class E felony. And if you strike a person who's killed, it's a Class D felony. So that can get you up to 25 years and a fine of $100,000. The Class E, if you just cause great bodily harm, it's punishable by imprisonment up to 15 years and $50,000. So what is great bodily harm? Anybody know? It refers to physical injury that creates a high probability of death. That means you got hit and it could have killed you, but it didn't. Significant permanent disfigurement or leads to a permanent or prolonged loss or impairment of a body function. Broken bones, deep cuts, damage to your organs. And then there are lesser degrees when you have lesser things done. But by and large, when we talk about great bodily harm, there's a high probability of death. You could have died, but you didn't. Bodily harm, I punched you in the face. It hurt. Bodily harm. But if I broke your tooth and your tooth came out, it's felony. Like, those are the nuances that you have in the state of Wisconsin. But you have to remember that they had to take this young lady to Children's Hospital. So we'll see what happens. But at 89 years old, I'm hard-pressed. 15 years is a long time. 15 years. She'd be like 104 years old when she got out of jail. She got 15 years. She got 25 years. Yeah.
Then because of her age, she gets 6 months.
If she gets that, you think they're going to send an 89-year-old to jail?
They got to send a message.
A message to an 89-year-old?
Hey, to the whole community of Milwaukee.
You want her locked up?
I sure do.
Wow.
I ain't saying she got to die in jail.
What you think going to happen?
Maybe probation.
Definitely probation. Definitely probation. I would give her 5 years.
In jail or probation? Or a prison?
Probation. I give her 5 years probation. She can't drive. Her license is removed, and any car that's registered to her has to be changed to somebody else. But everybody, it's like a person that's intoxicated. They think they're fine, and they're not. They think at 80, 89, they can do the things that they can't do. I can't do the things I did when I was 30. I can't do the things I did when I was 50. So we have to be, clear about ourselves and figure out that, no, you can't do that. You actually have to stop that. Because when I get 89, I am not going to be driving a car at all. 20, 30 years from now, Dr. Ken Harris was arrested for driving a car while old. and I mean, it would be true. But I'm not going to do that. I don't like driving now. Think I'm going to drive when I'm 89? You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do, right? I'm calling Zach. And now with 101.7 The Truth Traffic, here's Debbie Lazaga.
Westbound 894, we have an issue. It is a crash at Loomis off on the right shoulder. Delays backing up through the Mitchell interchange down past Layton, so keep that in mind. We've also got a crash on the ramp from northbound 41 to Watertown Plank Road. Again, that one, I'm not seeing too many delays with it. It's just folks that are just getting past it. So keep that in mind. We've also got delays then from Mayfair Road all the way up to about Hampton. Southbound slowing from the county line down to Capitol Drive. Southbound 43, the main delays are happening from about Center Street all the way down through the Marquette interchange to the KK River crossing. On the northbound side, we've got delays coming up from about National Avenue through the Marquette all the way up to about Center Street. So keep that one in mind as well. Other than that, we are actually pretty typical stuff around the area. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, breezy, a low of 46. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and breezy. Slight chance for rain to the west, a high of 53. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Immerse yourself in a place where bold ideas are sought after, where all are encouraged to bring their personal flourish. Here, innovation is a way of life. In this city, the beat flows. Together, we're dancing to the rhythm. Forward. Now, it's your turn to grab hold of that energy, where you'll remember not just the meals, the celebrations, or the uncommon coast. What you'll remember is how we made you feel. Come experience Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Tory Lowe with his truth.
It's official. July 5th is Tory Lowe Day in the city of Milwaukee and Milwaukee County. I am humbled to receive this proclamation from the mayor's office and the county executive's office. To me, this day represents life and purpose and being driven by passion to serve and empower others. It's about being unselfish and answering the call to help those in need and living life with intention. Despite challenges and obstacles, I remain focused on creating real change in my community, county, and state. This recognition isn't about me. It's about the collective efforts of those who supported me along the way. It's about the resilience and determination that defines my journey. As we celebrate this day, I want to leave you with a challenge. What will you do to create positive change in your community? Will you get out and volunteer, mentor, or simply be a support to a friend? Whatever it is, I urge you to take action. Together we can build a brighter future, one that's filled with hope, opportunity, and empowerment. I am honored to serve, and I am grateful for this recognition. Let's continue to uplift and support one another, striving for a better tomorrow. So what does Tory Lowe Day mean to me? Let's make a difference together. Let's stay committed to our purpose and keep pushing forward even in the face of adversity. I'm excited to see the impact we can make, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve alongside such an amazing community. Now, my question is, what does Tory Lowe Day mean to you?
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Tory Lowe Show weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
This Associated Bank Sports Center update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Milwaukee Bucks are back in front of their home crowd tonight as they take on the New York Knicks, led by Eastern Conference Player of the Week Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's averaging 36 points, 16 rebounds, and 7 assists through the first week of the season. Tip-off tonight is at 7 p.m. on Peacock. And Game 3 of the World Series was one for the record books, an 18-inning classic that saw the Dodgers pull out a 6-5 win and take a 2-1 advantage against the Toronto Blue Jays, thanks in part to Freddie Freeman's homer to end it.
Swing and a high fly ball, center field, near the wall, at the track, gone! Freddie Freeman, a home run to center field. Freeman walks it off in the 18th.
Game 4 of the World Series is tonight in LA. First pitch is at 7 p.m. This True Sports Update was brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris, presented by 1MKE. Hosted by 1017 The Truth and Good Karma Brands. Saturday, November 15th is the Truth Summit 2025. It'll be at Thrive on King, 2153 North Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Drive. We're going to be talking about from the high chair to higher education, health, and believe it or not, we got some Truth hosts coming up that we're going to have an opening. We're going to be talking about and chopping some stuff up about the Truth Summit and what's going on in the city of Milwaukee. So make sure you come hang out. Come talk to us. If you want to reserve your spot today, go to 1017 Truth Summit. 1017truthsummit.com. Make sure you just sign up your friends, bring everybody. We're going to have a great time. We've got cousin subs there. We've got 1MKE. We got Thrive on King. It'll be great. It'll be great. Come hang out. Come hang out. Dr. Mark Kennedy, Dr. Brenda Caselius, Dr. Terrence Robinson and Dr. Damon Means. We're going to be talking about education. We're going to talk about health. Talk about all that stuff. We're going to chop it up. You'll be there. You'll get to ask some questions as well. So don't you miss it. So I have a couple questions about choices that we make. And so I don't know how you. Okay, I'll just ask the question. If you had to choose, should Milwaukee follow morals in dealing with people and the behavior that we have out in the world? The driving and the killing and the shooting and not going to school and all that? Or should we just follow the law? 833-212-1017 is number. Now, I want to know what you think about that, because both law and morals are systems that really direct you on how you should act. They're different, how they started, how you enforce it. Like, can you enforce morality? In some instances, yes. But in some instances, when you're in private, no. There are formal rules that are formed, implemented by government, legal authorities that have to do with morality. And then there's some things that are in your culture, things that are in your family that cause you to do the right thing, that protects your rights, that protects conflict, all that kind of stuff, right? Those are laws. But when somebody breaks the law, then they get punishment. You got to pay a fine, go to jail, or like this 89-year-old woman, Lord knows what's going to happen to her. Who knows what's going to happen to the guy driving 107 miles an hour? So on one hand, morals are kind of informal stuff you shouldn't do, but you might sneak and do. But it's a personal view. It's a cultural condition. Or religious. Which one should we follow? 833-212-1017. What's going to stop the drama that's in Milwaukee? Follow the law? Or follow morals? Now, I got to say, moral transgressions, people that are messing around on their spouse or stole something, well, that's a crime. It can kind of be both. And depending on the state, and the state, I believe, may still have on statutes adultery. It's a moral transgression and a criminal transgression. But moral transgressions, people around you might, make you feel bad, shame you. Oh, you're a terrible person. We don't want to hang out with you anymore, right? All that stuff. And it may not be a legal consequence. People just don't like you. Laws and morals are not the same thing. But they always overlap. Is it moral to kill somebody? No. But then there's a law that says you shouldn't do it either. So then what do we do when we have a law that we think is immoral? Because that's what we're dealing with when it comes to immigration. Morality. We think it's immoral for you to throw people out the country who are here illegally. So then where does it cross the line? Where do you correct that? Where do you say we're going to follow morals and not the law? And I'm talking about Milwaukee. I'm not talking about Washington, D.C. I'm not talking about the state of Wisconsin. I'm talking about Milwaukee, because we've got behavior here where people are crossing that line. You can get locked up and go to jail, but people are calling it immoral because we have a what? We have an incarceration problem. Well, is that a moral issue or is that a legal one? Sandra, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. How are you today? I'm fine, and I hope you're doing well as well.
Yeah, I'm fussing. I'm just walking through my kitchen. I'm just fussing while you talk.
Why?
About the crime again. I don't know. I just think somewhere along the line we can really help people. I know they got an innocent project. They got, little help that you can get. In fact, I did go to some of the little meetings they had, for the prisoners, so they can come home.
How do we stop, Sandra? You are old enough. You're older than me, and so as an elder in this community, you've been around. You've been listening to the truth since it started. What do you think needs to be done in Milwaukee to stop the crime?
What needs to be done?
Yeah.
What they do in other areas.
Which is what?
What they do in other areas that they don't have crime. Okay, go to the suburbs. They don't have crime.
But
at least they don't never say it if they do.
But how?
There must be something
why is it they don't have crime?
Maybe they watch out for each other. See, like over here, like I said, where I am, we're spaced. So we're not a neighborhood. What I'm saying, they have a neighborhood, so
they don't watch out for each other in suburbs. They are so individual. They don't care about
I'm sure they got alarm systems.
But again,
and tell me they have meetings. They meet for the kids at school and stuff like that. The parents do.
Okay.
So I think it's got to be something better than just saying lock them up, throw away the key. Because I told you about my son.
Absolutely.
22 years. Come on. Now the boy was crazy. They sent him up to the mental institution. That was solitary confinement.
But again.
And that's a human being. What could he do? How could he kill anybody?
But again, a crime was committed. I'm trying to figure out how do we stop people from committing crime. Because that's what's going to make it safe.
Well, I don't think look, you're going to have more crime than ever now. People losing jobs and all this stuff. So that's what creates crime. Go back to what creates.
Well, those are first of all, those are middle class people losing jobs. Those 14,000 jobs or whatever it was that Amazon is laying off. Those are all middle managers making, $100,000, $120,000, $150,000 a year. They'll be fine.
Maybe.
No, they'll be fine.
Crooks that make money.
You're missing my point. You keep throwing stuff. That has nothing to do with what you were saying.
Called the greed?
That has nothing to do.
There's one called the greed. You ever see that one?
That has nothing to do
with
it.
White collar people are criminals.
I'm talking about Milwaukee.
You ever see that? No, I'm just talking about crime. It's still going to be crime no matter what you say.
But it's not going to be at the level where you can't live, you can't walk down the street, you can't drive a car. That's what I'm talking about.
That's on purpose.
And you don't feel safe.
How's
it on purpose?
Go back through history and find each city how they.
We're not talking about history. We're talking about today. I can't do anything about history.
We have to look at how this got started.
No.
And why it keeps going.
I can't do anything about history.
You want to make rules to lock people up.
Watch this.
You got to go to the beginning where all this started.
Watch this.
In the beginning, they locked us up.
Watch this.
They put slave patrols on us.
Watch this. We ain't talking about slave patrols. We're not talking about any of that. What we're talking about is everything that happening today is because somebody back a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years did something that caused this. What are we going to do today that's going to make tomorrow, a week from now, a month, a year, a decade from now better than today?
Well, you get some psychiatrists and social workers besides just throwing them in the jail.
Oh, my God. Come on. Stop, Sandra.
We can do better than this. I think so.
Sandra, stop blaming everything.
I just put myself at the house.
Are you coming to Truth Summit?
Okay,
Are you coming to Truth Summit?
Yeah, I'll put my name down.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Okay, then.
Take care.
All right,
bye. We have to make sure that we are going to really, really, really pay attention to what we do. Everything you do today is going to dictate what tomorrow's going to be. So your only goal in life I'll get it right. Your only goal in life is to make today better than yesterday and tomorrow better than today. You do that, 6 months from now, a year from now, you'll be great. People lose their jobs every day. People find jobs every day. This is what life is about. It's what happens. And we can talk nice if we want to, and we can, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. Oh, we can't believe. Well, there are contingencies in life, and you have to plan for it. You have to have insurance. You have to have, whatever you need in order, because one day you're going to die and you got to make sure you take care of your family. I don't want to take care of my family. It's irrelevant. You still need to. Like all those things we pretend like we don't want to do, we don't want to follow up. And you have to, or your tomorrow's going to be terrible. So when you look at people that have been poor for generation after generation, there's some instances where systemically people put roadblocks in their way. People put roadblocks in their way and stop them from moving forward. But by and large, education is a great equalizer if we can figure out how not to have so much credit card debt and school loan debt when we finish. But we don't teach that. State of Wisconsin took financial literacy out of the schools, then they put it back in, but it's so watered down and so bogus that it really doesn't do anything. It doesn't teach people the right way. And so now we have generation after generation that thinks the government is supposed to come in and take care of them. The government is supposed to do this. I want it free. And then get mad at people that are successful because they actually worked the system and got it. The only person you are in control of is you. Fawn said, 89 or not, if this was your child or loved one, I'm guessing you would want her jailed, 89 or not. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Fawn said, I don't care about older white people. I just don't. Look at the woman who got Emmett Till killed. Nothing happened to her. Old behind. But you see, we have to go all the way back and we're still holding on to stuff that everybody else has moved on. Remember it, but don't use that as a catalyst for what's happening today. Make today better. And we don't know if the 89-year-old woman was black or white. I don't even know if the kid is black or white. We're going to have to wait and see when they release the photos of the woman. Because, you know, they release it. I want to see her 89-year-old photo. That's what I want to see. I want to see her 89-year-old photo on TV. You don't think so?
No, I think that'd be hilarious. I may put it as my profile picture.
Wow. Wow. You would put that as your profile picture?
On every social media.
You have no compassion for the 89-year-old?
I was thinking about if I had kids or if it was my niece or cousin or somebody that got hit, right. Yeah, arrest them.
Wow. All right. It's 101.7 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When it comes to your home, the smart play is trusting Gina Della and her team at Pella. This month, you can score a whole house of new energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $295 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months. That is like a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable thanks to incredible defense played by Pella Windows, stopping the drafts. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. It's PellaWI.com. Fawn said, Jews always say never forget the Holocaust. Why do we gotta forget Emmett Till was killed in 1955 and countless others? I'm not saying don't forget it. I'm saying don't carry it with you, because you will be in a perpetual state of anger. And when you're in a perpetual state of anger, you become emotional and then you do irrational things. That's all I'm saying. Be careful. Be careful of carrying. In other words, let me say it like this. You can forgive, just don't forget. But you need to forgive. You need to get all that stuff. I had a story a week or so ago that linked forgiveness to cancer. Like people that are upset and mad at people and always angry develop diseases and cancer because they are literally toxic within their own body. Think about that. You're toxic in your own body, causing yourself to get Sick. And for me, that's a bridge too far. I'm not going to ever hold on to anger that much that I can't make myself well. But that's what we do many a day. We sit there and we hold on to things and we think about the past when all you can do is make today better so that tomorrow and the future is that much brighter for people. And when you really look at it, in Milwaukee, that's all you can do, and that's all you're expected to do.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Milwaukee, the time is almost here. We've been entering Truth fans into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway for the past 3 months. And on Friday, October 31st, we finally pick our next Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All $5,000 giveaway winner.
Be sure to tune in to the Truth in the Morning on Halloween so you don't miss your call, because if you do, we will go down to the next caller until we find our $5,000 winner.
There's nothing spooky about the 5K giveaway. Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 The Truth.
Contract-ready businesses, opportunity seekers, partnership builders, deal closers. Marketplace Wisconsin, the Governor's Conference on Diverse Business Development, is focused on you. This event puts small businesses like yours in the room with buyers, partners, and mentors who can open doors to bigger opportunities. Join us online December 9th and in person December 10th and 11th at Baird Center in downtown Milwaukee. Whether you're a construction company looking for contracts or a service provider ready to grow, Marketplace Wisconsin is for you. Meet one-on-one with government reps, corporate buyers, and resource providers. Small businesses like yours keep Wisconsin moving forward. Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation is here to propel your growth. So join them for Marketplace Wisconsin, the Governor's Conference on Diverse Business Development, December 10th and 11th. Register today at marketplacewisconsin.com. That's marketplacewisconsin.com. Presented by WEDC. Let's look forward together.
Steinhoffel's Black Friday sale is back, and these deals are too good to wait. Snag huge savings right now, like any size Sealy mattress for just $99, beautiful dining tables and sofas for only $4.99, and a stylish queen bed for only $5.99. Plus, enjoy 36 months, 0% financing. That's 3 full years of interest-free payments. Don't wait for Black Friday. Save big today at Steinhoffel's and Steinhoffels.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. To learn more about how you can take your first steps in buying your forever home, visit associatedbank.com/lending. That's associatedbank.com/lending. Or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Getting to treatment shouldn't stand between you and life-saving care. The American Cancer Society's Road to Recovery program eases your burden by providing free rides to cancer-related medical appointments. Their trained volunteer drivers are ready to pick you up, take you to your appointment, and bring you safely back home, all at no cost. Don't let transportation keep you from the care you need. Schedule a ride today by visiting their website, cancer.org/transportation. That's cancer.org/transportation.
It was a long day. And I'm ready to roll up out of here. Hey, I want to remind you, 53 minutes after the hour, it's 53 degrees. Got to tell you that. Tonight's low is 46. The winds are still from the east at about 12 miles an hour. It's a little chilly outside. Humidity is at 61%. 10-mile visibility. So, you know, it's. I think we have gotten to the point where, you know, like Wednesday, it'll be 52, 53, 52. Saturday, it drops to 48 as the high. So it's getting to that time. It's winter coming up. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. On the Journey with Coach Erica's coming up next. Make sure you hang around for what I think is one of our new dynamic shows that are here. She'll be coming to you every month with some coaching on money and real estate and all sorts of things that can make you and your generation prosper. Hey, I'm Dr. Ken Harris. Thank you for hanging out. DJ Brother Z, appreciate you, brother. God bless. I'm out.
Be quiet.